Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. And if you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Aries, and welcome to your January love reading from Divine Love Tarot. Guys, this month I'm using a different format for the love readings. So as you can see, I'm introducing a new deck to the reading. It's the Romance Angels Oracle cards, okay? So I'm going to give you one overall message for your reading. And then I'm going to do 4 cards to not clarify, but 4 cards to see what your message is for this month. And I'm also separating the singles and the couples. So I'll do one reading for my singles and then one reading for my couples, all right? So I'm starting out with the singles, okay? So first I'll pull your oracle card, I'll read that message, and then I'll continue with the rest of the reading, all right? So the oracle card, your message for this month, Aries, is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, maybe I should read it before I turn the card upside down for you guys. Okay, so express your love. This card urges you to take the initiative in your love life. That may mean contacting someone to whom you're attracted and asking the person out on a date. It could also mean sending flowers, texts, or gifts to your beloved. As you express romance, these feelings pour through you. You actually become the biggest beneficiary of your romantic displays as you enjoy how they make you feel to an even greater degree. The more you give love, the more you experience it. Of course, do make sure that you're also open to receiving the love that comes to you from God, the angels, and other people. Okay, Aries. So, let's go ahead, put that back in the deck, and get into your reading, okay? So, the first card is going to represent the current energy in your love life. The next card is going to represent any challenges or what's crossing that energy. The next card can represent someone who may be coming into your life if you have no one, or if you may be seeing someone, nothing too serious, it may represent that person. And then the last card is going to represent the outcome, and I'll pull a clarifying card for each of one of those cards, okay? All right, so first card represents your current energy, Aries. Oop. And we get 7 of Cups in the reverse. Next card represents what's crossing that or what your challenge is. We've got the Chariot. Next card represents anyone who may be coming towards you. And we've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the next card represents the outcome, and we've got the Knight of Cups, okay? All right, so with this first card, with this 7 of Cups here, it seems like some of you are becoming a lot more clear about what it is that you want, okay? 7 of Cups in reverse represents clarity. It represents, seeing the situation for what it is versus what you would like it to be, okay? It represents the ending of illusion. It's like a restoration of your sense or your common sense, if you feel like that's been lacking. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this 7 of Cups in the reverse. And we got the 3 of Wands, okay? So this is about patience. The 3 of Wands is about waiting for, something to come to you or someone to come to you, waiting for that right one. It's also about, in a sense, it can be about being more cooperative and open to receiving, okay? Because if you're waiting for something, that means you're being receptive to something that may come towards you. All right, so the 3 of Wands represents opportunities. It represents, like I said, patience, receiving good news. And so, with combined with this Seven of Cups in the reverse, it could be a situation where, you know, it may be your determination, because Seven of Cups is also about, you know, your willpower, determination, your resolve. Okay, it's for some, it can also represent unrequited love. So I have multiple things going on here. So for some of you, you may be waiting for someone who's not coming back, because if this is unrequited love, that means that you may have feelings for someone who does not return or share those same feelings. If that's not the case, then this is about you being very clear about what or who it is that you want. Ooh, gosh, the heat just turned up in here. And being patient about either waiting for that person, whether they're available or not available, whether you're available or not available, or whatever the case may be, or just having the patience in general, if there's no one in your life, to wait for the right type of relationship versus jumping into something just because. You know, a lot of times, a lot of the relationships that we get into are based more off of wanting to be in a relationship than the fact that this may be the right person for us. Okay, moving on to what your challenge is, and we've got the Chariot. And the challenge, when I see this Chariot, is about being patient, okay? Because sometimes the Chariot represents a certain edge of impatience. It's about wanting to push things forward, even though you don't have the necessary tools, or even though you're missing something. Like if you notice the Chariot, whether the symbolism on these cards, the horses they're laying down. They're not going anywhere. This Chariot's not moving, okay? And it's not going to move, despite the fact that this man looks like he's ready to go, okay? He's holding the reins like he's in charge of the situation, but those horses aren't going anywhere, so he's not really in charge. So I think that the message for that card, with the struggle for you, is to make sure that you are able to employ that patience even when you start getting antsy, okay? Because sometimes we make a decision and we say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this, and then all of a sudden it's like we just can't wait anymore, all right? It's about not rushing. Or, you know, maybe there's someone who is in your vicinity, but they may not necessarily be the best, or the right person. So you want to be careful of that, all right? Let's go ahead and clarify this Chariot. Some of you also may be dealing with a Cancer. Clarify this, and we get the King of Pentacles. So I feel like your patience will pay off, okay? If you employ that patience, if you're careful, if you're cautious, then it will result in a relationship that is very beneficial. You know, King of Pentacles represents commitment. It represents stability. You know, the kings tend to represent married men, okay? So that can represent you know, very stable, committed type of relationship. All right, now moving on to who might be coming towards you. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse, so you want to be careful, because someone who's coming at you or in your vicinity right now may not be the most trustworthy. They may not be the most honest, okay? They may be trying to manipulate you somehow, so you want to be careful. Or there's something they're not telling you. Like sometimes people don't tell you everything that they need to tell you, you know, or, you know, your judgment, you have to be careful of your judgment regarding this person. Also with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like this is being careful. It's almost like it could be a situation where this person causes you a bit of confusion, whether they cause you to be confused or whether they are confused. You know, when the Ace of Swords is in the reverse, it represents some sort of confusion, a lack of clarity. All right, clarify that. Oh, we got the Seven of Cups, illusions. Okay, illusions, a lack of clarity. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I promise you cannot make this stuff up. So be very careful. If you're patient, if you've decided that you're going to be patient and you're going to wait for the right one, you cannot accept when the wrong one shows up, okay? You can't go chasing and trying to build with the wrong one. So, you know, you may have multiple options in front of you right now, and you've got to be careful which one you choose, because not all of them are going to be right for you. As a matter of fact, a lot of them are wrong for you, and I think only one of them is right. Okay, so notice the Seven of Cups is in the reverse here. I think you know who the right one is, or the right one may be making more of a you know, maybe stepping up more, or if not, you're waiting for that right one. So right now, I think who'd be coming at you the heaviest, it would be the wrong one. Okay, make sure you're not going after the wrong one. Now, the outcome of the reading is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups represents romance, okay? The Knight of Cups represents emotions and connecting with someone on an intimate level. That, you know, Prince Charming, you know, kind of very romantic character, very seductive. All right, but you just have to be careful because someone like that, you know, could be in love with love for, you know, in love for love's sake. Some people are just very romantic by nature. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're serious about you or, you know, wanting to commit to you. So if what you want is a commitment, it's all good, you know, fine, enjoy the romance, but just make sure you're seeing it for what it is, okay? And you're not letting it distract you from this commitment that that you really want. Clarify this, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this, you know, you may really enjoy yourself, or I feel like this could be things are changing for the better. I think that if you manage to avoid that quote unquote wrong one, avoid what you're not looking for, then you will get what you're looking for. I think things will change in your favor. So let's just say you've been single and there's nothing going on. I think you're going to have some romance coming in. I think you're going to have some intimacy. I think that things are going to be changing for you on that level. For others of you, I think that things will be changing in the way of bringing towards you the kind of person or the person that you are looking for, okay? But the Knight of Cups is about expressing your love. Going back to that first card that I pulled, the Romance Angels card, it is about expressing your love. And I feel like once you do express your love, Aries, things will start changing, just like the card said, all right? And welcome to the world of tarot. All right, guys, so that has been the singles reading. I'm going to go ahead now and move into the couples reading, all right? Now, couples. What is going on? There's only going to be one difference in this couples reading. I'm going to pull the first card, which is still going to be the current energy. Second card is still going to be the challenge or what's crossing you. Since you're already in a relationship, the third card is going to be about what the other person is feeling. And then the last card will be about the outcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your oracle reading. Your romance oracle reading for Aries, January 2019. And we've got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay? So let me go ahead and read the explanation of this particular card. And let me see. Let's make sure we know how to spell also. Okay, the romance angels are guiding you to create intimacy with your partner by revealing your true feelings, your dreams, and your desires, and other innermost aspects of yourselves. You discover commonalities and learn new ways of relating. If you're presently in a relationship, this card is a message of healing through honest dialogue. This is particularly true if you stuff down feelings instead of discussing them with your partner. Perhaps sitting together with a counselor will give you the strength and support to admit them. Regardless, this card clearly guides you toward holding deep and honest discussions for the benefit of your love life. Okay, so couples, let me go ahead and let us see what is going on for you guys in the month of January. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday season. Didn't that just go by so darn fast? Oh my God. It's just like they kill us because as soon as it hits October nowadays, they're throwing up Christmas decorations and they're playing Christmas music. Like we can't even get to Halloween anymore. And then it just comes and it goes so fast. Just done. They just took out 3 months just like that. But I'm excited about this new year. I feel like 2019 is going to be very, very big for a lot of people. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. Not clarify, let me cut my cards and let's see what's going on for you guys, Aries couples. First card represents the current energy of your relationship. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. Next card represents what's crossing or your challenges. It's the Moon in reverse. Next card represents how the other person is feeling. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. The next card represents the outcome. We've got the King of Pentacles. All right, Aries. So this first card with this Five of Cups in reverse, this is about things taking a turn for the better, okay? The Five of Cups in reverse is about reconciliation. So if you guys have been having any type of issues, if you guys have been, you know, separated or having like a breakup, this is, you know, basically about coming back together. If you've had an argument, this is about making up, you know, patching things up, bringing things back together. This is about healing, okay? So as your oracle card said, and I'm quoting the oracle card. I'm not quoting the oracle card. It's it's about getting to know each other. And, you know, of course, we can talk, right? But getting to know each other is not just about saying words. It's about gaining an understanding and really, you know, knowing your partner. Like, understanding and knowing your partner isn't just about letting them explain to you who they are and what they are. It's about paying attention to what makes them happy, what makes them unhappy, you know, what their interests are, what they're not interested in. You know, that helps you to heal. That helps relationships to heal. It's easier to heal a relationship when you know where you stand with another person and you know where that person stands on the issue, and you know the things that you can do to make that person feel better or make that person happier, okay? Within the scope of the relationship. You know, happiness comes from within. It's not our job to make someone happy. But in relationships, of course, we know what we can do to help that process for the other person, okay? Clarifying that, Five of Cups in reverse, we get the Page of Cups, which represents, you know, romantic, emotional connection. All right, the Page of Cups, I always call it the puppy love card, that infatuation card, that feeling. You know, when you first meet somebody and it just feels like, oh my God, we're so in love, everything feels great. I think that's the kind of energy that will be going on between you guys, or that's what's, you know, needed to kind of help heal your situation. It may be about, you know, love letters or, you know, sweet text, you know, something that shows your partner or vice versa that, you know, they're loved and appreciated. Okay, maybe you guys will be sharing your feelings via messages, okay, whether it's text messages. Maybe you don't have the time to just sit around and talk and express things. Maybe, you know, both of you are communicators on a different, you know, level, and you like to see things in words or in writing. So I think that there will be a lot of love messages going back and forth between you and your partner, all right? And I think there's an air of sensitivity in the situation right now. So, you know, you want to tread lightly, especially if you've been having issues or if you've gone through a particular issue and you're trying to patch things up. It would be helpful to be sensitive to the other person. And, you know, it would behoove them to be sensitive towards you too. Okay? Now, your challenge, I feel like, is to be honest, okay? When we see the Moon in the reverse, it's about being honest, about honest communication. It's about being emotionally honest, all right? So I think that your challenge in this is to not just say what it is that you feel like the other person wants to hear, but more about saying things in a way that they want to hear it. Tell the truth, but don't just, you know, you don't have to be like, you know, just abrupt and blunt and in your face. Sometimes, you know, it helps to, like, you know, when they say you take a little bit of honey with the medicine, sometimes the message needs a little bit of honey. It's the way we say things. It's the way we do things. And so with the Moon, you know, when we are communicating our feelings, you want to make sure that you know, you're not being deceptive, that you're not being, you know, evasive, that you're not playing off of each other's fears, okay, and that you're not keeping things hidden from each other. All right, for Aries, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? But we clarify that card and we get the Lovers, okay? 2 major arcanas here. So, you know, I feel like there's a level of karma, and that this is, you know, for some of you, this is true love, okay? The person that you're with, the person that you're in a relationship with, this is your true love. For some of you, the challenge, though, may be that you have multiple people that you have feelings for. And so when you're trying to be honest and reconcile one particular situation, and I think this is more for my people who are in relationships but not necessarily marriages. Now, if you're in a marriage in a 3-way situation, this may apply to you, but if you're not, this part won't apply. If you're dating, if you're in a relationship that's not a marriage or not committed, if there's multiple people involved, the challenge for you is either that you have to choose, you know, you're going to have to decide to be with this one particular person, or it may be a challenge for you to open up and really communicate with this other person because you know that they're seeing other people. All right. Now, what is this other person feeling? They're feeling the High Priestess. Okay. So again, you could be dealing with a Pisces. If you're not dealing with a Pisces, when the High Priestess is in reverse, you know, this is someone who may be a little bit jealous. This person, I feel like this person is, I'm trying to find the words to express what I'm trying to say. The other person that you're dealing with may be emotionally, they may be emotionally unavailable. They may be holding back from you on purpose, okay? It may not necessarily just be that they have blocked emotions, but they may have blocked emotions. Or they may just feel like you guys are not in tune, okay, that you're out of tune. Or they're not connecting with their inner guidance, their inner self, so therefore they're a little bit out of sync, out of whack, okay? We go ahead and clarify the High Priestess. Oh, we get the Empress. But they love you, okay? So we've got the Empress, we've got the Lovers card here. So there's a lot of love going back, a lot of pure love going back and forth between the two of you, okay? And for some of you, this is absolutely someone that you may be married to. But someone who, you know, you really want things to work out with, okay? When I see the Empress is that warm, loving, nurturing kind of energy. That you can't fake the Empress type of energy, okay? You can't fake it. It's just one of those things where it's just you guys connect, it just flows. You really love this person. It's like no matter what happens, that love is always still there, and that love is what motivates you and drives you. So I think that, again, that honest communication and knowing what your partner needs to hear from you and vice versa is what's really going to get you guys through this period. Okay, the outcome, we've got the King of Pentacles, okay? So the outcome for you guys is very solid. The outcome is that, you know, if you're married, you're going to stay married and your relationship is going to flourish. And you guys are going to focus on becoming more secure and, you know, trusting each other. For those of you who are not in a committed relationship, it may move towards that. Or for those of you who weren't sure where the relationship stood, you're moving towards a place where you're going to clarify that. It's going to be solid. You're going to know exactly where you stand in your relationship, okay? Clarifying that, we've got the Hermit. So for some of you, you're dealing with a Virgo because the King of Pentacles and the Hermit card can indicate Virgo. The King of Pentacles can also indicate a Leo. If that's not the case, though, I think that the Hermit card is about taking the time that you need to really figure out what it is that you want, okay? The Hermit card is about clarity also. So it's about gaining insight from yourself and gaining that clarity and being able to bring that wisdom into your relationship. Okay, so I think that once you feel more secure in the situation, or once the situation becomes more secure for the both of you, then that wisdom and that clarity, you guys will be able to share that even more, okay? And things will become even more solid for you guys as you work on, quote unquote, getting to know each other better and acting towards each other based on what you know of each other versus based on what you think you should do, what you feel like doing, what other people tell you to do, etc., etc. All right, Aries, so that has been your love reading. Guys, let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the format, how you enjoyed the reading, and, you know, if this resonated for you. If you would like a more personalized reading, you know, you can contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar below. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Aries.